Hey everyone, welcome to episode 7 of the Beatitude series. I hope you've been enjoying them so far, that they've been drawing you closer to the person of Christ Himself, and that it's been helping make your Christian walk and daily living in Him so much more easy, and that you've been having more of an access to their kingdom realm, that through following the Beatitudes and living in them and seeking Jesus' face above all, that you are able to access the kingdom realm and walk and manifest His presence wherever you go. And this is how we access it. So I hope that they're helping you do this as a believer, as a Christian and follower of Jesus. So today we're going to be reading Matthew 5 verse 9, and it says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God." And in the TPT it says, "How joyful you are when you make peace, for then you will be recognized as a true child of God." And I love this part because although they're all in the NASB, of course, in most versions it says blessed. And we are blessed to follow these ways in the Lord, because it's a blessing that we walk in the way that the Lord has told us to walk in Him. But I love how Dr. Brian Simmons also uses different words as well with these, because through showing peace, and when we make peace, it should make us joyful. And so he's saying here that how joyful are we when we make peace, because it recognizes us as a true child of God. And the reason why it makes us sons of God, true children of God, is because we're doing exactly what the Father Himself has called us to do. And that's to make peace with our brothers and sisters in Christ and unbelievers as well. In order to witness and show Jesus to people, we have to be able to flow in His peace and have peace about everything as well. When we make peace, when it comes to conflicts, and we don't get involved in conflicts and cause more issues and get into fights with people. And though it may happen in your lives, but that doesn't mean that they continue to walk in them. That you make it a daily habit, and that you ask for forgiveness from the Lord when you don't make peace with others, but that you always go back to them and make peace with them. Not to have turmoil with people, not to have argumentative problems with people, to have arguments and to cause strife with another, to cause issues and harm to others by your words, by your actions. That we live in the peace of God that transcends all issues, that transcends all problems. When we live in His peace, the peace that comes from my union and communion with the Lord. When I worship Him, He brings His overwhelming peace upon me, that I express it towards my brethren as well. That they know that I am a child of God through the peace that I walk in Him. That issues don't cause me to be down. That issues don't cause me to be depressed, stressed, have anxiety, but to be filled with the peace of God. That means I don't worry. That means I don't stress. That means I don't have an anxiety. Not that these things do not come against us at times, but to operate in the ultimate peace of God. This is how we are shown and show that we are true children of God, when we operate in the total peace of the Father. You cannot access this peace on your own. You cannot access any kind of peace on your own. There's no way to do it. To say that you have peace about something, peace does not exist outside of the Father Himself. So how do you access this peace within the Father? It is getting into a place of total oneness and communion to feed on Him only. Our peace only comes from His presence, and when His presence comes upon us, that is when we have the ultimate peace of Him. We cannot operate in this peace if we are not communing with the Father. The only time peace will come upon us is as we look to Him and eat upon Him only. When He is our everything, this is when our peace passes all understanding, as He tells us it will. It says that God's peace passes all understanding. And that's because people that do not know the Lord when they see you going through the hardest time in your life and you're happy and joyful and it seems like the whole world has come against you and that everything feels like you've lost it all, but they see that you are happy, that you're joyful, that you're walking in total peace, and they ask themselves, why are they so happy? Why are they so peaceful about this? They've lost everything. They have nothing. Why are they so peaceful? And there's only one answer for this question. And that is that they have found a place in the Lord. And this is where it gives you an option and an opportunity to tell people, nothing of this world, nor the sufferings that may bring, will take my peace. Because I live on this ultimate hope, this ultimate knowing, that I myself have experienced the presence and the peace of God. And this is where I live. And this is where I abide. It's in His presence, and His presence is total peace. I'm telling you, when you access this realm of the Lord, there is nothing that will bother you. Nothing that can pull you from Him. It doesn't matter. Nothing in this world matters enough to pull your gaze off of Him. And when you constantly keep your gaze upon Him, it doesn't matter what comes against you. You will find yourself looking to Him, who will tell you that it's all okay, and that He will always win the war when things don't seem like they should. So I'm going to go to some scripture just to talk about the peace of the Father and how we should live and operate in it towards others as well. And the first place I'm going to go is Psalms 34 verse 14. And it says, keep turning your back on every sin and make peace your life motto. Practice being at peace with everyone. And this kind of peace is talking about that when we live in sin and operate in sin, there is no peace upon our lives. That we're constantly being attacked and consumed by darkness, and that we're operating in this darkness. So the peace of God cannot dwell in a place where darkness is, and that would be sin. Any type of sin is a form of darkness. There is no sin that has light in it at all. So if you're operating in sin, peace is not your life motto. And you cannot be peaceful with other people if you are not communing with the Prince of Peace Himself. So do away with sin in order to make your life peaceful, and through the peacefulness of our communion with the Lord, this can become our life motto. So make peace your life motto through refusing to sin, falling to sin, and stumbling back into sin. And this is how we can practice peace with everyone. The next place I want to go to is Proverbs chapter 10, verse 10. It says, the troublemaker always has a clever plan and won't look you in the eye. But the one who speaks correction honestly can be trusted to make peace. So, if you always hear someone talking and speaking correction honestly, in other words, that they don't falter in their walk with the Lord, that you don't hear them saying one thing one day and then like changing the story the next to be something else. But a troublemaker always has a clever plan. A troublemaker always has an ulterior motive. And that is somebody who's not operating in the peace of God. And if you continue to read on in this next verse, it says the teachings of the lovers of God are like living truth flowing from the fountain of life. But the words of the wicked hide an ulterior motive. And so the lovers of God will always speak out of a flowing fountain of truth and of life, not speaking ill words or things out of negativity or frustration, or things that are not something you would not hear the Lord say Himself. So that we're living out of this place of peace and teaching from this place of peace as well. And that everything we have and everything we say should flow from the fountain of life, which is from the person of Jesus himself. So this last place I want to turn to tonight is John 16, verse 33. And it says, "And everything I've taught you is so that the peace which is in me will be in you and will give you great confidence as you rest in me. For in this unbelieving world you will experience trouble and sorrows, but you must be courageous, for I have conquered the world." And this scripture right here is so good. It says, everything I've taught you, this is Jesus speaking, is so that the peace which is in me, Jesus saying the peace that is in him, will be in us and will give us great confidence as we rest in him. So the Lord is saying that he has taught us how to walk in peace that is within him and with great confidence. And he's saying as you rest in him. So he's saying as you give everything to him, as you live your life in constant rest, looking to him, that we can access the peace of Jesus. That the peace that is in him and was in him even as he was on earth can be in us as we rest in him. Resting is the key to unlocking the peace of God in our lives and through our lives. And it says the unbelieving world will experience trouble and sorrows, but to be courageous, for he has conquered the world. In other words, he's saying, although we will experience troubles, there is not a gospel, not this gospel does not preach that we won't go through things. And though people may say and speak from pulpits and areas to say that you will get to a place where you won't have trouble anymore in your life or go through sorrows or pain, that is not the person of Jesus. He did not say that we won't have issues. He even says here that we will experience trouble and sorrows. But to know that he's already conquered the world, so that we can rest in him and know that as we're resting in him, his peace will overflow us, so that these troubles and trials do not kill us nor make us stumble, because it, like I said earlier, it will take us to a place of them not affecting us like they should, because his peace that is in him now lives inside of us as we commune with him. This, my friends, is so important. And all these Beatitudes all lead back to the first one. That those who are poor in spirit shall inherit the kingdom of heaven. And being poor in spirit is desiring more and more of the person of Jesus, of sitting with him and resting in him. As we do this, we access everything that he has for us. And his peace will overtake us, overflowing within us, to make us show and reveal to others that we are true children of God. So I hope this blesses you. I pray that the Lord's peace will be upon your lives, no matter what you go through, no matter the troubles nor trials you go through, that his peace will be overflowing and overtaking in your life through his ever-flowing presence as you seek him and only him. I love you guys. God bless you. And I'll see you for the very last video on the Beatitude series. But look for more content coming soon as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. God bless you.